All right, let's get back to the Nunberg report.
Why should I? 80 emails.
So here is Sam Nunberg. I guess he was on the phone. He didn't walk over to CNN to talk to Tapper. Everybody had to get him on.
Hey, Jake.
But I should say, kudos to Chris Hayes, who covered that bank bill last night. When, despite the fact that everybody was making their cash off of Sam Nunberg.
What a fucking sellout.
Total sellout. Total sellout. Refuses to touch Nunberg.
Red flag.
Okay, so like I was saying, Jake Tapper has Nunberg on, and Nunberg explains, look, I've got a lot of things to do. Subpoena. I have
a busy life.
I'm so busy that I can afford to spend 7 to 8 hours today on television instead of meeting the requirements of a federal grand jury
I have
subpoena.
things to do, like incriminate myself on television, Jake.
I think Mueller has enough on Trump. He doesn't need me to start giving him information on Roger Stone and Steve Bannon. Jake, I communicated with Roger Stone and Steve Bannon 15 times a day. So I have to spend 80 hours going over email?
Well, I agree that it seems like a lot of time, but it is law enforcement telling you that you have to do it. That's what a subpoena is. I mean, are you're actually willing to go to jail for this? Sam?
I'm not cooperating. Arrest me.
You're not cooperating, arrest you.
Yes, I'm not cooperating. You're more than happy. You want to arrest me. Because you know what? At this instance, and I'm not a fan of Donald Trump, Jake. And
I know you had a big falling out.
I'm not a fan of his. You know what? When they start asking for stuff like this, Trump is right. It's a witch hunt.
He's right. It's a witch hunt.
80 hours? I got to go through all my emails?
I got to look at all my emails.
Look, I'm going to have to go in. I'm going to have to put Bannon in the search thing. And then I'm going to have to hit the search button. And then what do I got to do? I got to forward it all? Are you kidding me?
I
respect it. We have a right to be lazy. I think he's unintentionally hit upon something very, very woke.
I would like if Nunberg had come out and go, look, I'm willing to go and testify to Mueller if we get a 4-day work week.
There were a couple of ground rules. I don't want to have to work more than 25 hours a week. And I will incriminate Donald Trump because he was very mean to me other than the WrestleMania thing when I was 5. Besides that, he was very rude. And I also don't want to incriminate Roger Stone, who might be a global criminal, but is also my mentor.
He's my
father.
surrogate father.
He's my surrogate father. He put the sperm into my mother. And actually, I reunited with him later to understand political consulting. I never knew my dad hated him so much.
I'll tell you something.
It's because Dad's not my dad.
Nunberg's dad took him to that frickin' wrestling thing, gets no credit for it.
Well,
no credit.
He was nothing. He was a schmucko. Roger Stone was a real man. One time, Roger taught me how to plant the people with transvestites in the New York Post. You don't just learn that from everybody. You learn that from your dad. And I'm not going to incriminate him. And I'm definitely not going to talk about the homeless people we killed either.
The best is Jake Tapper's look on his face where he's just like, oh, God. Like, there's this.
Well, you could tell, like I think we were going to do Melber later, right? Like there's some different, like some.
Well, Melber, I don't know if we can play.
I don't know.
Literally the 4.5 minutes.
But some of them are. The point is, like some of these hosts are just like ghouls, and I'm not judging them. Like that's probably how I will be if I had him on, right? But Tapper and Melber are both like, all right, 80%. I love that you're lighting yourself on fire and jacking up our ratings, but 20%, like, dude.
You're lighting
like
yourself
human
on fire.
to human.
Yeah, right. Okay.
He can't control what his face does.
Okay. So here is Sam Nunberg, and he will not, under any circumstances, help with the vilification of Roger Stone. A horrible human being by really, I think, almost any measure you could come up with. However, when it comes to Carter Page, you get the sense that there's some professional jealousy because Nunberg's like, hey, Carter Page is the crazy guy who goes on cable TV to light himself on fire? Here, hold my beer.
He asked me about communications with Carter Page. Do you think I would communicate with Carter Page? Carter
guessing.
Page is a scumbag.
Okay, so the answer is no. You would not communicate with Carter Page.
So the answer is no, and Carter Page was colluding with the Russians.
So Carter Page was colluding with the Russians, you think?
Yes, I believe Carter Page was colluding with the Russians.
Well, if that's true, Sam, Carter Page was an advisor to the Trump campaign.
He wasn't really an advisor, Jake. Come on. Do you really think he was an advisor? He was a name on a list.
Well, I know
I'll
that
be honest with you.
I know that
honestly, let's be credible. Let's be honest about this. Trump had to form, as you will recall, Jake, had to form a foreign policy advisory board. They didn't know. They were happy to get anybody they could get. That guy was introduced to the campaign through Corey Lewandowski.
So you think I just want to wrap this up in a second, Sam, but let me just ask you. So you think Carter Page colluded with the Russians? What do you think about George Papadopoulos, who has also?
I don't know anything about George Papadopoulos. The reason I think Carter Page, Jake, colluded with the Russians is because, as you well know, and you've reported this, and I watched your show about that case in 2014 or so, 2013.
Yeah.
That's why I think he did. I think that Carter Page is a weird dude. I don't think he should have been involved in that campaign.
If you think Carter Page was bad, well, hold my pharmaceutical cocktail that I'm not taking.
I love the idea of like, oh, do you really think he was an advisor? He was just a name on the advisory page.
He was on the advisory sheet. Come on, Jake. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. There is a moment
I don't know Carter Page. Sarah Huckabee's a fat slob, and I hate Corey Lewandowski, and Roger's my father.
You know,
honest.
There is a moment where Nunberg is talking to Jake Tapper where you think that Nunberg's going to say, like, come on, Jake, this is just you and I on the phone. Like, he doesn't quite, like, fully, he's not quite conscious of the fact that there are, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people watching his implosion there.
Yeah, if I didn't know better, I would think this guy is an op on the part of the radical center to make people like me and Michael care about the Russia stuff.
There you go.
It's totally working.
It's totally working. And they just need to trot out Carter Page and Nunberg every couple of weeks, and I'm totally back re-enrolled.
Now,
I'm
look.
listening.
Yeah.